Hey everyone, and welcome back to 22 Days to a Healthier You. Okay, so as you see, JC's not here today, but we're going to actually just switch it up a little bit. So if you've been watching the series so far, you notice we've been putting just a small, little helpful tips that'll help you, of course, mostly from health and exercise standpoint. But today, like I said, we're going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to just give you one thing that can completely dramatically change your entire life. Just starting this moment forward or overnight, it can seriously make a huge difference. So today we're talking about something that may be a little touchy subject for people. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're going to talk about addictions. And before you decide to stop this video, just hear me out. Listen to what I have to say about this. So you may already know there's not just, a couple certain types of addictions. They're not just drugs and alcohol and cigarette addictions. There's so many other addictions in that. Whether from having fast food addictions or sugar addictions or carb addictions. There's so many addictions beyond just the drinking and alcohol and cigarettes. So if you just think about it, stop and think, okay, is there one thing that I can possibly eliminate that maybe I do have an addiction to? Maybe it's eating too many Oreos at night. You can't just have one, or you just can't have one bag or one chip. You have to eat so many servings of it. Those would be considered your addiction. So don't think of it as a bad thing. Most Americans have addictions. I wouldn't say everybody, but majority of us, they do. And I'm sure you guys are probably looking at me saying, oh, she just possibly couldn't understand my addiction to fast food or to, eating out or eating too many sugary processed foods. Well, let me tell you, I honestly can relate. So for most of my adult life, I've struggled with an alcohol addiction. And it's a lot of things that you guys probably don't know about me just because I generally don't broadcast it to the world. If you're good friends with me, chances are I probably never talked about it. But it was just a struggle of mine that I really, really had to battle with. And I finally decided that it was just not good in my life from a nutrition standpoint, just from health. And it was just something so toxic that was really just bringing me down and not allowing me to get to the place that I wanted to go. So I finally just had to completely eliminate it. I tried to go from, I just have one glass of wine or just one beer. And I just realized for me, that just didn't work. So the same thing with any food addiction that you have is that many times you can't just say, I'm going to buy a bag of Oreos and I'm only going to eat one a day. Because chances are if you have that addiction to that, you're going to want to eat the whole bag. You may only eat, so you may stop yourself after 5 or 10, but that's the same way with alcohol for me. So that is why I had to just completely eliminate it. Completely eliminate it from my life. And now that I just don't have a drink, then I'm totally fine. And there's so many people that could say, well, just have one. Like I was saying, just have one. Well, that's just like me telling you, okay, you have this Oreo addiction. Hey, I'm going to put you into a room where everybody is going to be eating Oreos all night long, but you can only have one. So if you see, it is very difficult for somebody who has that type of addiction to get over if they're surrounding themselves with people that are doing the things that they're trying to remove from their life. So that would be my first tip, is that if you do have some sort of addiction or something that is hard for you to control, just work on just trying to surround yourself with people that don't do those type of things. If you are trying to stop smoking, don't hang around your friends that smoke. If you're trying to stop eating fast food, don't hang out or go to lunch with the friends that you know they're going to be going to fast food restaurants. And so there's just so many different small little tips. Also get involved. Get involved, whether it's from, finding local groups, whether it's on Facebook groups or meetup.com, or get involved in your local church. There's so many ways that you can really just try to get over whatever that addiction is that you have. So, like I just told you, I opened up myself. I completely told you my struggles that I had. So if you feel comfortable, only if you feel comfortable, then comment below and tell me what it is that you're struggling with. You have, an addiction, or if it's just something, that you have a hard time trying to withhold yourself from, just let me know. If you don't feel comfortable putting in the comments, then send me a message. I would love to hear them. So hope you guys just maybe thought a little bit about this. Maybe there's one thing that you can really change that'll make all the difference for your life and also for your health as well. So